Today we've come to
Omit Vans.
and these guys are making screens for your windows that you can basically have ventilation in your van but have your window up, haven't they?
Yes, very clever.
Very clever. And we're going to show you the whole process of how they make them, how they put them together, the finished product, and then finally fitting them into our van. Then they're not a permanent thing and really come in handy in the summer. And we've brought the new pupper, which none of you have seen.
Here is Pickle.
The machines that they use are these massive, big industrial CNC machines, and man, these things cost a fortune. But they beat standing here with a Stanley knife. So once they've actually been in and they've been cut out by the CNC machine, that's not it. They then have to go and sit inside a jig, and then the process of making it look all neat and tidy for the inside of your van, that's what gets done next. As you can see, this is now cutting the inside edge to make it all neat and tidy. It's kind of unbelievable, the amount of work that goes into making such a small product as well. Hence why things like this have a premium cost, because they're not cheap to make, but you are getting a quality product as well. And you can see the work that goes into it, it's unbelievable. And there we go, one finished, well, one cut. Is that the back or the front?
That's the back.
That's the rear. So there's going to be other parts that need to be cut out on the CNC. Other things need cutting out on the laser. Then it's all put together, all made looking pretty. Not you.
I hope so.
No, well, no, the product. Gingers always look good. So loads of people are going to ask questions of, will they let flies in? Will they let midges in? Well, basically none, because that is the netting they used. There's nothing getting through that. Midges won't even get through it. The actual screen that is used is, it's not far off being waterproof because the holes in it are that thin. So still enough to let oxygen into the van and air into the van on the hot summer's days if you've got animals or things like that. But that is, you can see, that is just unbelievable. They're not just knocked together. It's not like a piece of plywood with a bit of netting on and something like that. And loads of people will go, I can make my own. Well, if you can make your own, good on you. If you don't want to make your own and you want something that will actually work properly and last you and do what it's meant to do without falling apart the first time a bit of rain hits it, then these are the perfect thing. You can also get them in America as well. They're about £300. These aren't. The glue and the stuff that they're using for these is the same type of stuff that they use for 3D number plates. It ain't going to fall off, ain't going to fall apart, because it's made properly. And the sheer time that goes into making these things as well. I mean, there's literally thousands of these things knocking around. They're coming on great big sheets, all done on CNC, all designed on CAD, and then the product is then made. So the next machine after it's been onto the CNC machine will be the laser cutter. And what the laser cutter does is it cuts out the inserts that go in between the two pieces that the CNC cuts out. And without this, well, you're going to let all sorts of flies and midges in. Even cutting this out gets done on a full laser machine. And we've just learned something as well. This great big thing here, that's a laser.
Frickin' laser beam!
So that goes inside the laser machine, which is there. The stuff goes on the bottom and then it all gets cut out by the laser. But that there is a massive laser. Now, I did not know that's what lasers were.
I just thought it was a big old-fashioned rolling pin. If you're rolling out your pastry.
Now, if you're rolling out pastry on something that big, what are you making?
You a pie.
The process of making it is unbelievable, isn't it?
There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
A heck of a lot that goes into it. Time, effort, machinery.
Even before you can get to this process, things have got to be drawn on computer as well, and they've all got to match and they've all got to meet up with Van's windows, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah, which is not easy because every van is,
Slightly different.
yeah, and there will be a full list on their website of the vans that they cover that they can get these things for. If they're not on the website, then unfortunately, at the moment, they're not doing them. So check them out on the website and have a look if your van is on there. But we're going to fit a set to our van and we'll show you just what they're like when they're fitted inside the van. So I've even got a glamorous assistant with me today. But she's gone. I've got Emma now.
Hey!
It's a birthday as well. I brought her here on her birthday.
Bring me to all
You
the
know what I
best
mean?
places, don't
I'll
you?
tell you what, hey.
Just you wait for your birthday.
Well, we're going to be at another
Glamorous
company.
location.
Yeah, tell me about it. Anyway, shut up because we're talking about something special, not you.
Well, it's definitely not you then, is it?
Well, it's not you either.
Okay.
But happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to
Lovely.
you too.
So the after it's all been cut out and the CNC's been and done its job and the laser machine has done its laser with that massive,
Huge machines.
just unbelievable.
Quite good to watch though. Quite
They are,
therapeutic.
You
the
do
way they
sort
go
of, when you're watching
round.
it, you are watching it.
Hypnotic like
It nearly
fire.
knocked me over a couple of times, I'll be honest with you, because I wasn't paying attention.
I was rooting for the machine, but it didn't pan out.
Anyway, back to the screen. Well, I love it when you don't have talking parts. Honestly. 3 parts. So this is the main body of it. Then you have the mesh part, which is
75 microns.
whatever that is. But I'll tell you now, I reckon you could pour water on them and it wouldn't come through. Obviously, if you put them under a tap, like some idiots will do, the water will come through.
Sky Daddy's not the same as a sap.
Just saying.
So you've got your mesh part, which is 1/4 of a millimetre. Yeah, 3/4 of a millimetre.
Then that part will fit inside there. If you get it the right way, it fits better.
It was the right way. Was it not? No. No. Upside down. Sorry, what now?
So you put it in properly, just like that. It fits perfect. So once you've got the fly screen in, midgy screen, there's nothing getting through this, by the way. Just thought I'd tell you. What next?
The final piece.
The final piece. Right, that goes in. You sure you got that right now?
I'm not sure I've got that right.
Yeah.
After you, I think that's gone in quite well.
So these do get stuck in properly. We are just a pair of idiots throwing this stuff together here, by the way. Just thought to let you know. Then you've got the front. Now, this green purple bit does stay on.
Green bit.
Purple bit. So this bit does stay on until it's shipped because you don't want to scratch it.
I forgot you could see me in the lens.
Don't want to scratch it. Emma's doing things behind me, forgetting that the camera's on. So that will stay on. It will turn up like that. Obviously a little bit cleaner than this. And then you will literally just peel that off and it's all fresh. When you order them, they do arrive in this nice fancy little case. It shows a manner of thought that's gone into them. Logoed bag, which keeps them from getting damaged when they're in cupboards and things like that. Both in there, and that is a nice little touch. Now, how did he fit into your windows? Which is a lot. What people are going to be asking, how did he actually fit? So obviously you've got one for either side because both sides are different. Now, this lip here, that will fit where the window goes into the sides of the door. So when you put your window down, you do have a groove in there, which is where the window sits. That groove is where they sit. But they've got to go in a certain way, and I will show you. So when it comes to fitting them in, obviously they want to sit like that inside the window, but they're too big. So how do you get them in? Dead easy. They go in that way. It doesn't matter whether you've got inside blinds on, doesn't matter whether you've got the rain deflectors on. They will fit in either way. So You place them in like that, and then as they're in, you turn them like that. So they go in on an angle and then turn straight. So find where the glass goes on each side, slide them in, and then straighten them up. And then when you push them up, this piece here will slot into the top. You can just push them up all the way, so they fit in the top, just like that. Put the window up, stop round about an inch away, and then literally just tap the window like that, and it will push up against this, and that's it. That's in now fully. Put the window down again, a little bit, push it up, and the window will then push on this. And then, as you can see from the outside, that is as solid as your window, but the air can get through these vents. Now, could you leave them in while you were driving? I don't see why not, and I really don't see why not. It's probably not recommended that you do, because if you put the window down, which I'll do now, they're still in there, and you're going to have to pull them down. That's not coming out. They then got to be twisted for them to come out. They probably will rattle free, if I'm honest, but you could leave them. Or if you were on site, you know, you don't have to take them out every time you put the window down if you're on a site. Put the window back up, all the way, and that's it, pushed onto the top. And you can tell from when you shut your door that your window, it sounds solid. They're not moving, they're not going anywhere, but we love them. We think they're just a real good design by really, really nice people as well. So I'll leave all the links in the description below if you want to get yourselves a pair of the Omit Vans. They do them for multiple vehicles, so take a bit of a look, see what you think. They're a good product, and look good on your van rather than a piece of plywood with a bit of netting on the back. Also, like we said as well, that the nets that they use in them are midgie proof, so you can go to Scotland with these and the midgies ain't getting in your van unless you open the door. Now, people are going to say, oh, they're made out of plastic. Well, so are phones, and so are cameras, and so are your bumpers on your vans, and all other things we put on our vans. They're made out of plastic. Plastic now is just, you know, some cars are made out of plastic. So get over it, Karen. They will last a very, very long time if you look after them. I mean, if you just throw them in the boot of the van, yeah, you're going to cut the corners off, you're going to snap things. Just treat them with respect. You're going to be paying money for them. You know, if you want to smash them and just wreck them, then go buy another pair. Even if you don't want to buy a pair, go and check them out. They've got a brand new Instagram. These are a brand new company. They've just started up. So if that's something you're interested in, you know where to get them. Links are going to be in the description, like I said. Go and check them. Right, we're going, because we've got a bit of a mission to go on this week. Yes, we have. We're going way down south. Well, not way down south, but further down south than Birmingham. Let's put it that way. Whatever you do, do it well. And go and check these out. Omit, go and check them out. They're on Instagram as well. I'll leave that link down there too. Oh yeah, David Bloomfield. You can't get them for the T6 because the window is a weird shape. Can't be done. Saved your money there, David.